Did you know that over 80% of you who watch my videos aren't even subscribed? So if you enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing with the post notifications on. And let's see if we can hit today's like goal of 50 likes. Thank you.
Hello everybody and welcome to my apartment complex's laundry room. You might see a bunch of flies flying around because it's really disgusting in here. But yeah, I realized that I didn't really have any video ideas, and college starts tomorrow. If you didn't know, I have classes tomorrow. And here's a crazy concept too that I know you're not gonna believe. These classes are in person. I know, it's crazy, right? I didn't think we'd ever get to that point where I would be able to be in a classroom again. And for some reason, I'm actually kind of excited about it. Like, I hated in-person classes for the longest time, but then when you have them taken away, you're like, man, like those were actually kind of cool. But I certainly miss being in person, being with people. Like, sure, classes online are easier for obvious reasons, but you just miss that social aspect of it. You know, seeing people at the end of each class, before each class, collaborating with people, making new friends, getting to know your professor, all that fun stuff. But yeah, for today's video, I was like, well, I don't really have any video ideas, so why don't I show you what a day before college classes is like. I know, really interesting stuff. Thank you. So what I'm doing right now is this thing called laundry, because I need to have all my clothes clean if I want to make a good impression in my class, because I don't want to be that guy who wears the same shirt 3 days in a row because he never got around to doing laundry. And believe me, I've actually been that guy before, and I'm not proud of it. The really annoying thing about these machines is, one, it's $1.50 to use, and two, they only accept quarters. And there is a fly on my camera right now. That is disgusting. Which I cannot tell you how annoying it is to use quarters, because apparently we're in a coin shortage right now. I had no idea, but apparently, like, there's just a lack of coins. I don't know why there's a coin shortage. Like, just make more coins. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, so when one of my roommates went to the bank to get quarters, they only gave him like $10 worth because they couldn't give away that many. So it's gonna be a hassle to try to get coins every time we need to do laundry. But yeah, man, a big thing about getting ready for the school year is just making sure I have my clothes ready, to be honest with you. Someone also left $1 here, and I don't know if I should take it or just leave it. I think I'm gonna just leave it because I'd feel guilty if I took that. But yeah, the past couple days for me have actually been pretty eventful. I knew classes were gonna start up and things were gonna get really hectic, so I planned like a few really like fun days before like classes started. On Friday, I actually went out to a bar, and you're probably thinking, oh Eric, you're not old enough to drink. And be quiet, I'm 21, I can do that. So yeah, I went out to a bar, I sang some karaoke. I sang Wonderwall by Oasis. I don't know if you're familiar with that song. I would show you the footage, but I think it might be copyrighted because of the whole like karaoke and music thing. So here's like footage of me singing, and just assume it was really good. I know you can't hear anything, but just take my word for it. It was really good. Also, this laundry room has no AC, and I am really sweating if you couldn't tell. Oh, you know what I realized? I forgot to put in the detergent first. Apparently with these machines, you're supposed to put in the detergent first, and I put the clothes in and didn't put the detergent in. But as I said, I went to a bar on Friday, so that was kind of nice to get out of my comfort zone and hang out with my roommates and have some fun. I will say there was kind of an embarrassing story that I'm not sure I want to share with you, but I'm gonna share it anyway because I like humiliating myself. So after I sang Wonderwall, I did my whole karaoke thing. People were actually coming up to me and being like, hey man, that was awesome, like great job. Like, people actually said that. And then later on in the night, this girl comes up to me and she's like, hey, do you want to dance with my friend? And keep in mind, this girl was like really aggressive. Like, she came up to me, she kind of like grabbed my arm and she's like, hey, like, do you want to dance with my friend? And immediately the panic starts in, because I'm like, does her friend know about this? Like, did her friend asked specifically to dance with me, or is she just pulling some random person and it happens to be me? Like, I feel like if the friend specifically was like, I want that like nerdy YouTube kid, then sure, I would have been like, okay, let's do it. But I wasn't sure, and it was kind of an uncomfortable situation for me, so I just kind of like looked at her and walked away. Like, I didn't even say anything, I just like looked and I just walked away. I kind of panicked. Oh, and then I immediately left the bar because it was just so like awkward. I know, I made that situation way more awkward than it needed to be, but like, I genuinely didn't know what to do. Like, I was just there to like hang out with some friends, and then all of a sudden some people were like trying to talk to me, and I was like, I'm not mentally prepared for this. All right, here's the moment of truth. Also, apparently this laundry room is also some storage room too, so we got a bunch of like random stuff here as well, so that's really cool. And then on Saturday, I actually went to a festival. I went to like this carnival in Skokie, Illinois. I saw this band I really like called the Verve Pipe. They were basically this band from the 90s that had like one hit, but I actually like their songs. I like all their music, really. And afterwards, I got to meet the lead singer, Brian Vander Ark, and he's like, hey dude, like you were dancing the entire night. Like, thank you so much. Like, I saw you. And that was actually really cool, because he seriously is one of my favorite musicians. I think he's a great lyricist, if I use that word correctly. But right now, the laundry machine is going around and around. I think this is gonna take about 30 minutes. So yeah, right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go shower, and I'm gonna wait for my clothes to be done washing. Then I'm gonna put them in the dryer. I know, really interesting. I spilled some laundry detergent on myself, so that's awesome. But right now what I'm doing is I'm taking my laundry from the washing machine to the drying machine. And I know like some people, they'll separate their clothes based on like color and stuff like that. I just don't do that. The reason I don't do that is because laundry is expensive and you have to pay in coins, and I barely have any coins. So I'm kind of forced to only use like one machine. I don't know if that's bad. I mean, my clothes seem fine, so I don't know. And they smell fine too, for the most part. You see this? I have no idea what this is, but I don't want to get my camera wet. Alright, so as you can see, I did my laundry. So now that I got my laundry out of the way, I need to figure out the whole classes thing tomorrow. Because tomorrow I have one class, and I think it's at like 9:30 in the morning, which isn't too bad. I've had much earlier classes before. I've had a few at 8 a.m. before, which was miserable. Never do that, by the way, if you're in college. Never do an 8 a.m. It's like the worst thing ever. But I'm looking for any information on the class that I have tomorrow, like if there's a syllabus or anything like that, and there's still nothing, which is always kind of nerve-wracking, honestly. Like, I always appreciate when the professors give you some time to look at the syllabus, but when there's like nothing there, sometimes it can just be kind of overwhelming because you have no idea what to expect. And then you're thinking like, did they even register me for the class? Like, why am I not here? Like, why am I not getting any information? I guess another thing that's kind of always stressful with like the first couple days of school is the whole books thing, because sometimes you'll read what the professor has on the syllabus and you'll see that they have like these required books, and then you go buy them, and then it turns out like you don't actually need them, or there's an online version, or you can get it for free somewhere or something like that. Because what I used to do is I always was nervous about not being prepared for a class, so I would always buy what it said on the syllabus. But what I noticed would happen is that I would buy all these books that I never actually needed. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm way too tired right now to put my laundry away, so I think right now what I'm gonna do is go to Target and get like last minute things that I need for school tomorrow, and also I need to get some food as well because I'm running low on the whole groceries thing. Alright, so as you can see, the weather doesn't look very promising at the moment. I'm also in kind of a bad mood right now because I went to the mailroom to see if my package had arrived, and apparently it was supposed to, but when I went there, it wasn't there. And I suspect that someone stole it because there's no like security in our mailroom and like anyone can go in there. I probably shouldn't tell you that. Right now I'm going to get groceries at Target, and hopefully I don't get rained on. Alright everyone, I just went to Target. Please excuse my hair right now. I don't really know what it's doing at the moment. Went to Target, I got some groceries and other stuff I'm gonna need for school. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I got notebooks, I got pencils, I got all that stuff, but I'm almost positive the moment I go and sit down to one of my classes, I would have forgotten something obvious. But I've just kind of been walking around, just seeing what's going on, and from what I've seen a lot of freshmen. And I don't mean this to disrespect any freshmen, but I feel like you can usually tell like a freshman when you see one, just because they're usually wearing like their lanyard, and they usually don't know where they're going. And honestly, there's no judgment here, because I was the same exact way freshman year. I totally understand it. I totally get it. You're in this new place and you have no idea what's going on, and you're trying to make friends, and I don't know, the whole thing is really stressful. Now I'm seeing all of them hang out by the lake. I'm seeing a group over there like toss a frisbee around and all that stuff, and they all look so happy. I think it's awesome that they're happy, but just know, if you're a freshman, that happiness will not last very long. You know, your first week is great, you have orientation, you make friends, all that stuff. But then classes start, and then you realize like, wow, I actually have to be in school. This is terrible. Over here at Dumbach Hall, a lot of people have some inappropriate nicknames for this place, and I'm not gonna say them here. But yeah, everyone's hanging out with their friends friend groups hanging out outside, and I'd say enjoy it while you can because it's about to get really cold. It's probably not a smart idea to walk around with this camera late at night, regardless of the city you're in. But I'm near the campus safety office, so that should be fine. Here's a toilet, so that's cool. But yeah, if you're a freshman at college, regardless of the college that you go to, enjoy it. You know, the first couple weeks are definitely gonna be like pretty fun, and then it's gonna get pretty difficult. That doesn't mean you can't have fun, you for sure can. It's just about planning your time and making sure you're still doing well in your classes. I know I sound like a parent right now, but I genuinely do want you to succeed. It's getting late and I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back on track, so I'm gonna go back to my apartment and go to sleep and get ready for my first day of classes tomorrow. I think I'm gonna end the video here, and I just realized I overshot my apartment and I am walking in a neighborhood I am not familiar with. But thank you so much for watching. I know this video wasn't that jam-packed, but I hope you enjoyed me rambling and walking around and getting ready for the school year. The plan at the moment is to be showing you what the first couple days of college are gonna be like, so that should be the next video. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with the post notifications on. At the time I'm recording this, we're actually 5 away from 5,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe, that would be pretty cool. To be honest with you, I don't remember the channel members off the top of my head, so I'm gonna just put them over there. Thank you so much to the channel members of the Eric Moran Films channel. It really does mean a lot. But I'm gonna go get some sleep, I'm gonna go take a shower, and I will see you next time.
On a grind, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going strong. Kill it how I do it, TNT, we blowing up. Level up, game never stop, showing love. Tell the haters keep it real, my time is on.